Next, we have the approval of the agenda. Dr. Brewer, are there any changes?
No, ma'am.
All right, do I have a motion to accept the agenda with the requested, do I have a motion to accept the agenda as presented? Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? With no further discussion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. Next on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from our April work session. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented? Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? With no further discussion, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank everyone for being here tonight. I think we'll probably have some people coming in. There's a very intense soccer game going on in the athletic complex, so we'll be patient as people come in, but we appreciate y'all for being here. Now I'll turn it over to Superintendent Brewer.
Thank you. We are excited to be able to give you continuing updates about our new elementary school. And at our last meeting, we shared that the clearing and the grubbing is complete, and that we're excited to inform everyone that mass grading is 50% complete at this point, and that the detention pond is at 90% completion. We're still on track for a fall 25 opening, and we're elated to be running slightly ahead of schedule, although we're a bit nervous about all of the rain that's supposed to come for the next few days. We meet monthly with the architect and construction company to review our progress and to discuss our next steps. We frequently visit the site in order to meet with the contractors, and we're currently working with a third-party inspector as required and the city to ensure that all the processes and the materials are in place to ensure safety, efficiency, and a successful project. Additionally, we are actively working on our upcoming groundbreaking ceremony that is set for Tuesday, May 28th at 6 p.m., and the board and I hope to see you all there. And next, we have lots of celebrations during the month of May. And this month, we celebrate the unwavering dedication of our teachers. Beyond instruction and assessment, our teachers often serve as mentors and beacons of hope. They guide our students to reach their highest potential, and we sincerely appreciate all of their hard work. Each May, we also recognize our clinic aides who carefully distribute medication and provide basic first aid so that our students can successfully return to learning in their classrooms. We have Ms. Kelly Casper, who's at our primary school, and Ms. Judy Knight, who's at our elementary school. Also during May, we celebrate our speech pathologists who help students to find their voices. Beyond speech impediments, they address students with more profound challenges, fostering confidence and self-esteem. Their work is vital and it's greatly appreciated in a world where effective communication is essential. We have Ms. Casey Whitley and also Ms. Michelle Evans, who do a fabulous job helping all of our students who need some assistance with their speech. And next, as we mentioned, our girls soccer team is working on their semifinals. Ms. Hargrove, it's 5-3 at this point with 5 minutes left. So we're continuing to cheer the girls on. Our boys soccer team actually finished as the region champs, and we normally recognize our region champions from any sport here at the board meeting. But the boys, when we invited them, they said, no, we want to be down and cheer on the girls. So we will acknowledge both of those teams at a future meeting. We're also proud of our other sports, and several of our spring sports seasons have ended earlier than we wanted them to. Those are baseball, golf, and tennis. However, the track team is continuing to work towards a state championship. And hopefully, when our soccer girls win the game tonight, then they'll be competing for the state championship very soon. Another group that we're excited about recognizing are our Substitutes of the Year. And I would like to invite Ms. Deborah DA, our Director of Human Resources, to the podium so that she can share about our wonderful substitutes without whom we could not run the schools. Ms. DA, I think we're going to get the mic set. Thank you.
I'd like to share with you this evening a little bit of information about our substitute teachers. In 2022, Social Circle stopped outsourcing our substitute teachers and we brought them in-house. The substitute teacher pool is now managed through our finance, payroll, and HR system, which is YOS. Our substitute teachers are a vital part of our district. They provide classroom instruction when the regular classroom teacher is absent. Additionally, each school has 1 or 2 building subs. The building subs report to work every day and take assignments in classrooms where they're needed. Also, the substitutes are a large part of our paraprofessional teacher pipeline. We very often hire paraprofessionals from our subgroup. This year, we wanted to recognize our substitutes for their dedication to the success of our students. We provide breakfast and small gifts for all of our substitute staff. The following 4 substitutes are recognized as Substitutes of the Year were selected by the administration in each school building. And first, I have Ms. Chastity Williams. She's been a substitute teacher at the primary school since 2022, and this year she's serving as their building sub. She and her husband are Social Circle graduates, class of 92 and class of 93. Chaz, as I know her, she and I have been friends for a long time, was also homecoming queen in 1992. She has 2 daughters that graduated from Social Circle, and she has a son that's a junior this year and graduating next year. Chaz will be joining our staff next year as a special ed paraprofessional in primary school. Our next substitute of the year is Mr. Larry Mann. Mr. Mann served as an educator for 32 years before he retired. He is certified in special education at the master's level. After a year off, he decided to come back into education as a substitute, and he's been our building sub at elementary school since 2020. Mr. Mann is an exceptional substitute teacher, and he holds the students at the elementary school to high expectations as he expects them to be champs each and every day. Angel Hunt is our middle school substitute teacher of the year. Ms. Hunt joined us in 2022 and is currently serving as the middle school building sub. She enjoys working with all the middle school students. Angel is currently attending the American Intercontinental University, where she's studying criminal justice. Angel will be joining our 2024-25 team as a sped para in the middle school. She has 3 children that will be attending school next year in Social Circle.
And Ms. Hunt is here in the audience. Ms. Hunt, would you stand up? We appreciate you very much.
Our last substitute teacher of the year is Ms. Teresa Bramlett. Ms. Bramlett has been substituting for us since 2022, and she is currently serving as the building sub of high school. She and her family moved to Social Circle in 2022. Her children have been in a small private school out of state, and they chose the Social Circle School District because of the size of the school. The children started school from the Holiday Inn Express because her house was not finished being built. Teresa's 2 children currently attend Social Circle High School. Would you please join me in congratulating all of our substitute teachers?
And next, we are very sad for you to share this next presentation. Our first presentation was joyous, but this presentation makes us very, very sad. So
This
Ms. Dean,
presentation is for our retirees this year, and we have 3. And I'm going to start with Mr. Jimmy Jarrett. Mr. Jarrett has been an educator for 36 years and a coach. He is certified in English, speech, health, and PE. And he spent the majority of his career teaching high school English, mainly 11th grade American literature. In addition to teaching, Mr. Jarrett has been a football coach, a baseball coach, and a track and field coach. Mr. Jarrett taught in Walton County, Gwinnett County, Oconee County, and George Walton Academy before joining us at Social Circle in 2020 as our alternative school instructor. During this time period, his time at Social Circle, Mr. Jarrett helped turn the football program around. He has been an offensive coordinator and a quarterback coach for our high school football team. He led an exciting air raid offense that was consistently in the top of the state rankings in passing yards. Multiple players that have played for him have gone on to play in college. He brought a lot of enthusiasm and love for the game of football to our coaches and our players. Mr. Jarrett, we wish you the best of retirement. We are extremely thankful for your dedication and your service to our students and players during my school years. Congratulations. Next I have is Jeanette Newman.
Actually, Steve, we'll watch this great video.
Hey Coach, it's Sean. I'm just here to say thank you for all the time and effort that you put into me over these 4 years of my life. You have taught me so many life lessons and skills that I will use for the rest of my life. You have been a positive impact on not only me, but also the peers that came before me, and so many other kids on the football team. I'm very thankful for you always listening to my ideas in terms of new plays and play calls in the middle of games, and always just making practice fun. And I want to wish you the best as you continue out through your life and after you go through retirement, and God bless.
Hey Coach, I just wanted to say congrats on retiring. You had an incredible impact on my life, on and off the field. I just want to thank you for seeing the potential in me. When you came to the circuit, I was a tall, 150-pound kid, and you helped me become the man I am today. You showed me how to become a better quarterback, but more importantly, an even better man. You showed me how to be a great father and what it looks like to live a life for Christ. I always cherish the touchdowns and big wins, but I also cherish the practices and just talking to each other, whether it was football related or not. I always knew, no matter what, you'd be there for me, and I know you always will be. You're a massive reason I'm where I'm at today, and I'll never be able to repay you for everything you have done for me. I love you, Coach, and I hope you enjoy this time.
Please join me in congratulating Mr. Jarrett on his retirement. Next I have Ms. Jeanette Keeley. Ms. Keeley graduated from Social Circle in 1982. She has been a pre-K paraprofessional all of her 30 years that she's been here. In addition to being a paraprofessional, Ms. Keeley has worked in our aftercare program for more than 25 years. In the past 15 years, she's been an aftercare director. If paraprofessional and aftercare duties are not enough to keep her busy, you will find Ms. Keeley in the front office during the summer break, assisting parents, students, and staff. Her hard work and dedication to our school district is a testament of her love for her students and their success. Ms. Keeley actually retired in January and came back to the classroom to finish the school year with, as she calls them, her babies. She will not be returning to the classroom next year, but she will continue on as one of our 2 aftercare directors. Ms. Keeley, we wish you the best in retirement. Thank you for always putting our students first, providing them with excellent learning experience and sweet, loving care. They are truly a mission.
What are your favorite things about Miss Keeley?
Her always teach us stuff and her be nice to us and her tells and her brings us stuff I like Miss Keeley. You look pretty and you look cute and you're a good teacher.
What does Ms. Keeley do in the classroom? How does she help the students?
She tells our friends like letters.
Yeah, she helps with your letters. Yeah.
Ms. Keeley, can you please come forward? We have, for your 30 years of service, and rock your chair, you see, you can rock yourself and go down. Thank you so much. Okay, our last retiree this year is Miss Christina Bell, or Miss Chris Bell as we know. Miss Bell has spent her entire teaching career here at Southern Circle. She's certified in elementary education. She began her career in 1995 with primary school and elementary school for one. When the schools were divided, she went with the 3 to 5 grades to establish the elementary school. She returned to primary school from 2007 to 2015, then returned to elementary school in 2015 when she has concluded her career. During these years, she has taught 2nd grade for 8 years, 3rd grade for 15 years, 4th grade for 3 years, and EIP for 4 years. Ms. Bell cannot be with us here tonight, but I wanted to wish you the best of retirement. Thank you for your hard work and your dedication to Southern Circle primary school and elementary schools, improving the quality of education for our young student learners. You will forever be thought of as someone who loves the Lord, possesses integrity, and is full of compassion when it comes to working and serving others. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Bell.
Miss Bell, we appreciate you because what you did for us. Miss Bell, I appreciate you for helping me on my work in math and reading. Miss Bell, I appreciate you for always being there for me and helping me do my hard work. Miss Bell, we appreciate you because you're sweet, kind, and help with all of my work. And I don't want you to leave, but I know it makes me happy. I appreciate you for helping me get a really great up and all you did for me is like teaching. We appreciate you because you taught me how to do my multiplication and division. Everybody say it. We appreciate you. Back up, thing. Thank you!
Thank you.
Ms. Keeley, thank you so much for organizing that for everyone and making sure that when we communicate to our retirees and to our substitutes and all of our folks that how much we appreciate them. I know that required a lot of time and energy, and you put a lot of heart into it, making sure that it's accurate. And I know you appreciate Ms. Willis's hard work to put those great videos together. Those are precious, and I'm sure that she'll be using those on social media, and we'll make sure that the employees have copies of those treasures. The students were happy. That was certainly Carrie's favorite thing to get to do this week, going around and talking to the students about you. We are so blessed that we have great students here, and great supportive families, and we know how encouraging it is to all of us when they have an opportunity to thank us. So thank you so much for loving our babies all the time and every day, even in the hard days. We appreciate you, and we are hoping that you will change your mind and come back. But if you don't, please make sure. Ms. Keaton is going to be with us during aftercare, which is great. We couldn't run aftercare without her. And Coach Jared, you know you're welcome back at any point. We appreciate you very much. So at this point, I'll turn it back over to the chair.
All right, thank you. At this time, we will have a short break before we enter into the business portion of our meeting. All right. Next on our agenda is public participation. However, we did not have anyone sign up to participate in this evening's meeting. Now we will have a finance update from our CFO, Mr. Paul Ross.
Good evening. Tonight presented is the March 2024 financial report. With 75% of the fiscal year complete, we have received 81% of general fund budgeted revenues, and we have spent 79% of general fund budgeted expenditures. Currently, revenues exceed expenditures by a little over $646,000. We have received about 95% of our other local revenue budget. This is Walton County's intergovernmental agreement of $1.2 million. This was comprised of 416 Zone 5 students. And the Newton County agreement, which brought in $1.1 million, which was comprised of 312 students. Less, we have 13 social circle residents who elect to attend Newton County. Encumbrances for the general fund total $622,000. Next, we have our special revenue funds. Currently, grants still sit at around $2 million, and we've spent 62% of these funds. Next, we have our school food service fund. We're at 74% of budgeted revenues and 82% of budgeted expenditures. In March, we served 39,367 meals. This is a 17.5 increase over March of 2023. There are no encumbrances with the school food service fund. Next, we have our SPLOST funds. SPLOST collections received in March for February collections totaled $211,000 from Walton County. This is a 12% increase over from the prior year. And Newton County was $2,700, and this is a 7% increase in the prior year. The cash balance in our SPLOST fund is right at $3.9 million, and we have the $15.4 million in the Go Bond account. Encumbrances for the SPLOST fund total $33.6 million, which of course is most of the construction of the elementary school. And lastly, we have our quarterly update for our school activity accounts. Total school activity revenues totaled $663,000 and expenditures totaled $626,000. The cash balance in all funds is $442,000. Are there any questions about the March financials?
Carrie, can you go back to the slide before this one? I just have one question. There we go. Down a little bit, Carrie. I just want to see those final numbers at the end. Okay. So under the $6.3 million that shows under, is that going to be associated with the construction?
Yes. So basically, in this current year, we'll spend about $6.3 million on construction, but due to the nature of the timing of how long it takes the state to reimburse us, it's not going to happen until the next fiscal year.
You've told me that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it'll even out the next year.
Okay, thank you. As soon as you said it, I remembered you already told me that. I'm sorry.
We appreciate you keeping such a close eye on the financials. Thank you.
I know when it's in parentheses, it's not great, so that alerts me. Thank you. No other questions? All right, do I have a motion to approve the March financial report as presented? Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously.
And next we have the presentation of our FY fiscal year 2023 audit, and this is just a brief summary. We have an annual audit conducted by the Georgia Department of Audits and Accounts, and we also prepare and publish a set of financial statements. The FY23 exit interview for the audit was conducted on February 29th. This included myself, Chairman Taylor Morris, and Superintendent Dr. Boer. We just recently received the financial report. This is also attached to your agenda for your reference. This report, as well as all prior year audits, are included on our district website as well. For FY23, we received an unmodified opinion. This is the best and highest opinion given. Also, there were no material weaknesses, significant deficiencies, or findings noted during the audit. Essentially, this suggests our financial records, procedures, and operations were found to be in compliance with all regulations and standards. We're also proud to announce we received the Award for Distinction for Excellent Financial Reporting. This award is given to organizations that submit quality financial statements in a timely manner and receive the unqualified audit opinion. Are there any questions about the audit?
I would like for us to applaud that because it is a major accomplishment.
Well, I would like to, our finance staff isn't here. We are small but mighty. There's only 4 of us. Karen Monroe is accounts payable. Christy Medlock handles school nutrition bookkeeping. And Jamie Sutton handles payroll. And of course, I couldn't do it without the 3 of them. They're essential to what we do.
And without your leadership, we wouldn't be in the positive financial position that we're in. Thank you for being such a great leader, so cautious with our funds, and making sure that we're making really wise choices. I appreciate you, Nicole Cross, and so does our entire board. Thank you.
Thank you.
So lastly, we have our update on the Freshway. Collections for the Freshway Change for School program in March totaled $2,135.77. This was allocated to each school for field trips. This brings the total Change for School collections program to $158,000.
Are we blessed to be in such a generous community, that even in times with high inflation, that folks are still choosing to round up for us? We're blessed to be here.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cross. We have some action items for the board to consider. First, we have an action item to approve an overnight field trip for the high school HOSA to the International Leadership Conference in Houston, Texas from June 25th to the 29th. Do I have a motion to approve this overnight trip?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. We have an action item to approve the fiscal year 25 tentative budget. Do I have a motion to approve this tentative budget as presented?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. Next, we have an action item to approve the Georgia Education Cooperative Fresh Bread bid. And Ms. Marshall is available from Food Services if any of us have any questions. Does anyone have any questions about that? All right. Do I have a motion to approve the bread bid as presented?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. We have an action item to approve the board norms and protocols revised at our last work session. Do I have a motion to approve these norms and protocols as presented?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. We have an action item to approve personnel recommendation list from our superintendent. For our certified staff, we have the following recommendations for consideration. Christy Lejeune, school counselor at the primary school and elementary school. Norris Long, PE teacher, 49% at the high school. Do I have a motion to approve these recommendations from our superintendent?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. Also, for our certified staff, we have the following resignation for consideration. Jenny Landis, the Spanish teacher at the primary and elementary school. Do I have a motion to approve this recommendation from our superintendent?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. For our classified staff, we have the following recommendations for consideration. Angel Hunt, paraprofessional at SCMS, and Heather Sams, paraprofessional at SCPS. Do I have a motion to approve these recommendations from our superintendent?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. Again, for our classified staff, we have the following resignations for consideration. Renee Brown, paraprofessional at SCPS. Chelsea Dennis, paraprofessional at SCPS. Norma Brenda Gray, school food service at SCES. Do I have a motion to approve these recommendations from our superintendent?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. Motion carries unanimously. Do I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, please say aye. All right, motion carries unanimously. Girls soccer won. They're going to state, and meeting is adjourned. Thank y'all.